Hello, it's 9 o'clock, and welcome to the weather update. It is the 25th of June, and more clouds in the sky today, a little more humidity, but all in all, still a pretty nice day. There was a breeze out there, and the clouds were quite pretty, actually. These are cirrus clouds, but they were like really streaking across the sky. It was really quite pretty, actually. And as we got into the evening, the sky got even prettier with these cirrus clouds here. This was taken in Hicksville here. That's at Candy Park, at the golf course there that they have, and the soccer fields. Really beautiful sky this evening with the cirrus clouds, and really pretty. And then we had these lower clouds come in from the south. These are like stratus or fractocumulus clouds coming in off the water, and that was quite pretty too as well. And these fractocumulus clouds are rolled in pretty much. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at the colors in the sky. It's really pretty. This was taken from Country Glen Center, and because I had to go to the supermarket. I wish there was a little less clutter around, but really pretty. Very pretty skies there. Almost looks a little bit like Florida when you see skies like that. Really pretty. And really impressive sunset tonight. Really nice colors. And you can see this shows it perfectly. Here is the stratus layer here if you see at the bottom of the screen here, the stratus layer right there is what's coming in off the ocean, because they do have a little more humidity, and the dew points are below. The dew points are above the water temperature, so you get this fog, these stratocumulus clouds that come in and fragment, or should I say fractocumulus clouds that fragment. And this is what the sunset looked like here in Mineola. Again, you got all this clutter around. It'd be nice to have a little more open, space to enjoy the sky, but that's the best I can do. Hopefully it looks beautiful. So here's a satellite. Again, look at these clouds here that popped up. Look at this. So look at that. You see those streaks coming across like that? Isn't that cool? I mean, that's not something you see very often. That is really beautiful. Look at that. Again, so you see that in the loop there. You see those streaks of cirrus just coming. That's really almost like somewhat tropical looking almost. It's really interesting to see that kind of multi-layered sky. So let's take a look at the current conditions outside right now, and temperatures are comfortable. We've got a nice breeze. Temperatures are in the upper 60s. We've got a nice south wind. Humidity is a little higher. We'll put the dew points in here. You see dew points are in the mid 60s. So yeah, we are seeing a little more humidity around right now. But generally speaking, a comfortable day with that south wind across Long Island, keeping us cool. Even the city is 70, and I think even Tom's River getting a sea breeze there, around 70, 68, and again, it's pretty similar to what we have, right? A pretty fresh south wind, so it keeps it kept them from getting too hot today. So let's take a look at what the high temperatures were today across the area. And you will see the temperatures were a little warmer, a little more further north in Nassau County, so a little bit warmer. We had some upper 70s on the North Shore, middle of the island, mid 70s, and the South Shore more like low 70s. So it was cooler on the South Shore and a little warmer in the middle of the island, but still mid 70s. That's still below normal. Islip hit 73. West Hampton got up to 72. And then we go toward the city. It's probably warmer there. Let's see what it was in the city for high temperature. So 82 at LaGuardia, 75 at JFK, 80 at Central Park. And then you go into New Jersey, it'll be a little warmer there. I see some low 80s there. Let's see how the Jersey Shore area did here with highs. 78 in Tom's River. A little warmer inland, though. Once you go toward Lakehurst, it's more like 84. Warmer inland. Than at the shore, of course. So here is the winter map. Let's look at that next, and you will see that we have temperatures again in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees across Long Island. Let's look at a couple of stations and see what the weather was like today. Let's first look for Carl Place, and Carl Place seems to be there. It is. Let's look at Carl Place and see how Carl Place did today. Then we'll look at some stations on the South Shore. And our usual station in North Patchogue, which kind of represents central Suffolk County. So you'll see here, upper 70s, almost got close to 80 in the afternoon. Dew points in the low 60s, and generally still fairly comfortable day. You can feel a little humidity out there, but humidity is gonna get a lot worse. Really was not a bad day. It was not an uncomfortable day at all. Now, if you were on the South Shore, of course, you'd be cooler. So let's take a look and see what it was in. Let's see. I'm gonna pick an area on the South Shore. Let's go here. All right. Let's see how it was in Wantaw today. Well, it says Seaford, but so see, yeah, a little cooler there. A little cooler. Upper 70s. So it's a little cooler there, but generally not a huge difference between the South Shore and the North Shore. We should also look at the North Shore as well. We did now let's go to the North Shore. Let's pick somewhere like Port Washington. Yeah, let's go to Port Washington, because I bet you it was in the 80s there. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to see a lot of these differences with the southerly wind flow. So let's see what we got. Yeah, it got close to 80 there. Yep. A lot warmer there on the North Shore, of course, not surprisingly. Now we'll go out to North Patchogue. At 68. Let's see what their highs were. Yeah, he was very cool today. Only low 70s. Yep, only low 70s. So the further east you go, the more of a sea breeze you get, and much cooler over there as you got into Suffolk County. They might have had more clouds around too. Perhaps that could be why as well. We'll have to look at the MODIS satellite and see. Let's see what it was like in the desert west of Toms River. See if we can get a really warm reading here. So let's go to that area right here. Holiday City, Berkeley. Let's see. But yeah, they were warmer than everybody that we've seen so far. So let's see what they got up to today in that desert. Let's see. Yeah, a little warmer, low 80s. But again, there was a sea breeze there. It seemed like there was a sea breeze even on the Jersey Shore. That kept things cooler. So that's very good. So let's go to MODIS and let's see what we have with MODIS right now. So this is MODIS, and yeah, you could part of see why it was cooler in Suffolk County. You could see they had more clouds over Suffolk County, and then those clouds slowly moved out as the day went on, but they kind of lingered over the east end, and I think that's why it was cooler in Suffolk County, because they just had less sun, because that cloud bank was kind of more stuck over there, whereas we had the sunshine and the cirrus around. So let's go take a look at what we have coming up this weekend. And we're going to look at the models, and we will look at the surface map first. So you see this high setting up, Bermuda Ridge, Atlantic Ridge setting up, and that's going to be with us for a while. As we head into next week, you can see it's kind of just sitting there. We try to get fronts through, but they kind of get hung up. Here comes a cold front on Friday, but it just kind of, it has a lot of trouble moving through. Maybe it will make it through, maybe it won't. It's a ways out, but you can see that ridge is kind of hanging around, and we don't really have any really strong cold fronts to come through. And, and that's all because, again, the jet stream is what is dictating that. So if we look at the jet stream, you'll see, you'll wonder where it is. So here we go. Here's today, and you can sort of see the jet stream's just kind of nowhere around. And this is really strange. Look at that. So that's like a really narrow trough that might come through the lakes around the weekend of July 4th. And we'll have to watch that. That could bring some chances for storminess. But generally, it's just a ridge, and the jet stream is completely missing in action. And that's pretty much what we have on here. Now, when we look at temperature anomalies, this means one thing, that we're going to be above normal. No, that's dew point. Let's go to temperature anomaly. I mean, I guess we could look at dew point too. Well, being that we're on dew point, let's look at dew point. So you'll see with the ridge there, that means the east is going to be dealing with humidity. And everyone east of the Rockies is pretty much going to be dealing with humidity in some form Maybe we can break out of it by around July 4th, maybe. But you could see, generally speaking, it would only be a temporary reprieve because then the humidity comes right back, and this ridge just isn't going anywhere. So we're going to be dealing with humidity now for quite some time to come, unfortunately. So, yeah, get ready to sweat. So let's go to the temperature anomaly now. Why is the temperature anomaly not showing? Oh, because I'm looking on the wrong side. That's why. All right, forgive me. Tired, just tired from all that I did the past 2 hikes in a row. And all right, so today we're near average. We go a little bit above average for the weekend, and then we start going a little more above average as we get into the next week. You'll see that above average area over the Northeast. As we look at the models, below normal in the Midwest, you see that. But the good news is I don't really see any significant departures. Well, yeah, we do start seeing some, but it's not a broad area of significant departures. So it doesn't mean that the whole East is going to be dealing with heat, but it looks like the Northeast is generally going to be dealing with being above normal, and then less above normal, actually, as you go to the south. So let's take a closer look at what's going to be happening now across our area. Let's go to the HRRR, and we're going to look at we don't have enough of the 0Z, so we're going to have to go back to the 18Z. As we look at, are there any chances for precipitation? Not tonight. Tomorrow, maybe a chance of a very scattered, isolated shower and thunderstorm, mainly over Jersey. And that's basically the nature of what we're going to be dealing with in this air mass, just very, very scattered, and less so on Sunday. So let's go look at the temperatures as we move this into, we're only going to probably be going down to the 60s tonight. For tomorrow, you'll see probably low 80s, maybe mid 80s in Jersey, low 80s on the North Shore, middle of the island, around 80 degrees. Similar today, upper 70s probably on the South Shore. Very similar today. It's Sunday that we start seeing it get a little hotter. We're going to be seeing a little more sun. And you'll see over Jersey, 90s probably, 90 or better. The North Shore, upper 80s, the middle of the island, probably mid-80s for highs, and then the South Shore, probably low 80s, and then dropping, of course, in the afternoon. The good news is there are sea breezes that will be helping us out. Let's go look at the dew points here. And you'll see, again, south wind. Look at those arrows. That's a south wind, but the dew points will be up there. We're going to be dealing with dew points in the upper 60s, probably. I don't see any 70-degree dew points on here, but you're definitely going to be feeling a little humidity out there. That's for sure. Now, if we want to go a little further along, we can go to the GFS. And we'll show you once again that there's no end in sight to the humidity. So here's Monday. Here's the wind going a little more southwesterly. So Monday might be a little hotter. And you can see that more of that westerly component on this map here. But it still stays southerly enough that there should be a sea breeze most all days. Here's Friday. Strong southerly flow ahead of that cold front. And this could be a chance of severe weather right here, Friday night to Saturday. And then you can see we try to get those dew points down for July 4th, but it won't last, and the humidity comes right back into the picture. So let's go look at the temperatures. All right, so going into Saturday. GFS seems to think it's going to be hotter in Jersey tomorrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jersey gets close to 90 tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Sunday. And then you can see GFS cranks the heat a little more, again, because of that westerly flow. North Shore and the middle of the island, you're probably going to see 90 or better. South Shore less. In Jersey, you're really going to be dying with mid-90s. And then probably similar, actually a little worse for Tuesday here. And this is where the westerly wind comes more into. We're going to have more of a westerly flow on Tuesday. So GFS seems to have it very hot, like 96. So mid-90s. Tuesday is going to be an absolutely brutal day with that killer west wind. And then we might be dealing with that killer west wind again. And wouldn't be surprised if some areas get close to 100, particularly Toms River. Again, it is showing a sea breeze on the South Shore at least, but I guess you'd have to be right on the South Shore to feel its effects. And here we go for Thursday. And you match this up, and again, you look at the winds here. We look at the wind here. It is showing a more of a westerly component if you look closely. but you have to be on the South Shore. But if you got to be on the South Shore, otherwise the rest of us are going to be dying. So the South Shore, it's bad enough they get everything their way all the time. Everything is great for them, but they also seem to have a much better climate than us in the middle of the island too. But anyway, let's get back to the. I guess we'll go to the sky next. So let's do that. I'll go to the NAM 3, and we will go ahead and look at the sky conditions as we head into the weekend. So you see that it's going to be a good amount of clouds around tomorrow on the NAM, and a good amount of clouds on Sunday as well. It seems like it's keeping a lot of these are fog clouds over Long Island. So yeah, that's probably what's helping us out. That's as far as this goes on this NAM. I can go to the RGen, which goes a little further. Here's the RGen, which is showing less clouds for tomorrow. All right. And then Sunday, just high clouds. It starts off with that fog in the morning. It burns off, and you get the sun and high clouds. And then Monday, we'll be seeing more sun, I think, so a little less in the way of clouds. And we'll go to the GFS next. GFS showing much more clouds for Monday, but look what happens Tuesday. Not a whole lot of clouds. So there's plenty of sun. It'll be hazy sun, but it'll be sun nonetheless. And that cirrus won't be enough really to block the sun until we get to maybe Friday, which would be, again, that possible chance. If we go look at the rain here, this would be our next real significant chance of rainfall. And this would be with a cold front that is going to slowly move through. And we could have severe weather with that. But that's a ways away. Right, but until we get there, I mean, there's not any precipitation you see is just very scattered. It looks like it moves a little bit of thunderstorm activity over us on Wednesday, but this is a ways off. This is GFS, it's low resolution, and I'm not really going to pay too much attention to it that far out. So let's go to Ventu Sky. This will be our next look at things here. What did I just do? Oops. Okay, let's go over here. Back over here. So let's go. We're looking at temperatures right now. Let's go to tomorrow. Now, this uses the HRRR, so we'll go around 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow is good. And you'll see low 80s. So the South Shore is going to be cooler. You're going to definitely be in the mid-80s for Tom's River tomorrow. And then we go to Sunday. Things start getting warmer now. A lot of people in the mid-80s. There is a southerly flow, interestingly enough. But it's still going to be hot on middle of the island. You're still going to be dealing with mid-80s. And if you're in Jersey, you're going to be dealing with 90 probably or better for your Sunday. Now we move this over to Monday. Gets a little warmer. Every day gets a little hotter. So here we are on Monday. And you see that more of a westerly component now. So this is what kills us. Now watch what happens when we get toward Tuesday. You can see a lot hotter, and there's that westerly component. And literally the air is, look at that, 99 over Tom's River. Could hit 100 in Tom's River. But the problem, again, is that we've got this problem here. This air off New Jersey literally coming right over us. And that's, that's the problem. And when you have that, whenever that happens, the cooling effect of the sea breeze is limited to the immediate South Shore areas, particularly and it's stronger the further east you go away from New Jersey. So this is why I think we're going to start dying on, I think our heat wave, Jersey's heat wave could begin on Sunday, but our heat wave will probably wind up beginning on Tuesday when we start seeing 90 or better on Long Island. And moving this along, let's now move this over to Wednesday. And you can see the similar deal again. So again, if you're on the South Shore, you're going to be a lot better off. There's going to be a sea breeze, but for us, we get the air over New Jersey. We're going to be in the 90s, but it's still going to be hotter in Jersey. But again, that southwesterly component is going to mean you're going to really need to be on the South Shore. Thursday, we see it ease a little bit, but meanwhile, we're going to be dealing with the heat. So can we string? Thursday may not make it to 90 at Islip, but I definitely think Tuesday and Wednesday will. But again, it's all because of New Jersey, the heat that's coming off New Jersey. And again, if you're on the South Shore, you'll definitely be getting some relief. Well, I'll move this over to 5 o'clock here, and you can see the South Shore definitely getting relief, but we're not going to be seeing that much of it here in London. Just the South Shore is just a great place to live if you don't like the heat. It just sucks that a certain group of people, here I go again, I'm sorry, but a certain narrow-minded group of people won't let other people who really need to live in that kind of cooler environment live there. But hey, if it comes down to it, I will fight them tooth and nail, because hey, I do deserve to live there. And I'm sure just by me saying that for 1 minute, I'm going to automatically get 8 dislikes on this video. Because after all, that's the way these people are. But hey, I just don't like the heat, you know. It could be worse. It could be in New Jersey. That's really, really hot. I think they would take joy in seeing the vultures circle over me, probably there. They die in the heat. But I think Toms River, you're going to make a run at 100. Perhaps Tuesday or Wednesday, you could get close, for sure. But for us, we're going to definitely be able to string at least a couple of 90-degree days together. I honestly think we'll be able to string 3 together in Mineola, so I think we will be able to have a heat wave in Mineola. Maybe not Islip, but I think definitely Mineola. The other thing that we can look at, thunderstorm threat, Cape. Here's Wednesday's Cape levels. Tuesday's Cape levels. Mainly, if there are any showers or thunderstorms that develop, it's mainly going to be over New Jersey. I don't think Long Island is going to see it. So we won't really be seeing a whole lot of rain. We'll go to Saturday's Cape level. We're really not going to be seeing much rain. It's going to be kind of dry over the next. It's going to be warm, hot, warm, and then becoming hot to humid, and then eventually drier. I mean, just dry. No, there's not going to be a whole lot of rain to speak of. We can put this precipitation map up. And we'll show you here's Saturday. We'll put this in the afternoon. This is when any thunderstorms would likely to develop, and you can see there's not a whole lot here. This is Sunday, nothing, dry. Monday, all right, it'll be afternoon, 5 o'clock is when we see activity. You can see not a whole lot here. So it's going to be, it's not until maybe Thursday that we'll start seeing some more thunderstorms being predicted here by this model, and especially Friday. But other than that, we're going to be, it's going to be a little dry too, so we're not going to get a whole lot of rain, which again, the ground is dry. That's going to make the ground heat up faster. And of course, if you are away from the ocean, even with a directly south wind, by the time that air travels over that warm land, by the time it gets to you, it's going to be warm. So that's the other issue that folks in the middle of the island and on the North Shore are going to have to deal with this week, as far as that goes. But yeah, quite warm. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it either, man. I'm not looking forward to it. And then there's a thing called perceived temperature. So we can look at that too and show you, because when you throw the humidity in, look at what it could feel like. So yeah, and it's definitely going to feel like you're over 100 in Jersey. This is for Wednesday, and this is for Tuesday. So you're going to have a couple of Tuesday and Wednesday right now look like the worst days of this upcoming week as far as the heat goes. Although Monday you're going to start feeling it, I think, but it's really Tuesday and Wednesday they're going to be the heart of this heat wave that we're going to be dealing with. So with that, I guess we wrap up the weather update. I'm not looking forward to the heat wave, but at least this weekend it shouldn't be too bad. You're going to feel the humidity, but the real heat won't really start until we get toward next week, Monday, Tuesday, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. But again, best conditions, South Shore, of course. That's where everybody wants to be. Your people are just dying and dropping like flies in the middle of the island because it's too hot. But anyway, that's what it's going to be for this week. And it's just, I don't like the heat either, but that's what you got to deal with, And we can also look at the wind, too. You can actually put wind gusts up here, too, so you get an idea of where the wind is. But you can see it's the air coming in off New Jersey that literally you follow the arrows. You see where the arrows are going, and you see the arrows after they go to Toms River. They come over the middle of Nassau County, so it's almost like living in New Jersey here. Like I said, this is a taste of what you got to deal with. But those folks on the South Shore, they're living it up, and they're going to continue to live it up while we deal with all the problems and all the heat. So that wraps up this weather update. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.